2024 edition. Let's get into it, class. All you will need is a pen and paper and a positive attitude. Step 1 on becoming a streamer. Stop watching this video if you have not yet gone live. I'm being serious. Go live, you lazy fucker. If you have
Okay, I got it. All right, I'm good. We're here.
never even attempted to stream before, and you are watching this video on how to be a streamer, you're not serious about it. And this is a problem that's not exclusive to streaming. This is a problem that happens in every single hobby you want to pursue. Do you want to be a runner? Oh, I'm going to look up a bunch of videos on how I should run and how I should train running before I do it. Oh, you want to start working out? I'm going to look up a bunch of videos on how to work out before I start working out. Just do the damn thing. Just do it, because that is the hardest step, is just...
He ain't wrong. Look at me, I'm streaming.
Just doing it, and you'll make a million excuses, and you'll put 100 barriers between you and doing the thing. I don't have the right technology. My equipment's not good enough. I don't have anyone who'd watch me right now. I don't even know what I'd stream. Just fucking do it. If you're not...
Look, I decided I was going to stream. What did I do? I strapped a PlayStation Eye to my PlayStation 4, and I streamed off of that thing, okay? So, you know, that's how I did it. Think about that. Like, people always go, Hasan, you're so fucking rich. You're the most brolic, dude. Hasan, your dick too fat. Hasan, your bitch too bad. You know what I mean? They'll kill you, Hasan. You've always been like this. And like, no, it's not the case at all. I genuinely started my streaming journey. I started my streaming journey when I had absolutely nothing.
Not even gonna try one single stream, then you are not serious about this. And I'm gonna prove to you that you're not serious, because the biggest streamer in the world right now is a guy named Jinxie. And for a full year, he streamed on Twitch to an average viewership of 2. 639 hours streamed to an average viewership of 2. 3.5 hours live with a peak viewership of 1. That's Jinxie, man. So if you're not willing to be Jinxie, I don't think you're serious about being a streamer. Be Jinxie, go live, come back to this video after you've learned just a little bit. If you've already gone live, congratulations. All right, congrats. You can continue watching this video. Now, the second question you might be asking, Ludwig, why should I listen to you? Why me? There's a lot of information out there, a lot of people whose entire channels are devoted to how to be a streamer. Why me? Well, I've had some success along the way. I am the second most subscribed to Twitch streamer ever of all time, behind Hasanabi. I won Streamer of the Year a year or two ago. You know, some successes along the way. This is not me boasting, by the way. I also have the record for the most Twitch subscribers lost by anyone ever, and I still hold that record. But I've had some success streaming, and I care about imparting that, because I know as a fact I will not be a big...
So funny that he's like advocating to get more people to start streaming when it's a devastating... Isn't that nepotism though? What do you mean? Devastating, bad.
Streamer forever. One day I will completely fall off, or I'll quit entirely because I'm scared of falling off. All right, one of them's gonna come. So I might as well get rid of all the information I have, because somebody who's watching this video right now will be replacing me as the biggest streamer in the world one day. Or they'll be a top streamer. I've seen people who...
What do you mean replacing you as the biggest streamer of the world one day? Like, that implies that you're the biggest streamer of the world right now.
Who've made it big, who I would argue are doing shit that I'm not doing, that are very good, who have mentioned me. And I'm very flattered by that fact. So I might as well impart the wisdom while I have it. Extra Emily, I think, is a streamer who I think's fucking killing it right now. And she's mentioned me as someone who inspired her. And I'm flattered by that, because she's doing shit that I'm not doing. Every damn stream, she's doing something crazy. She makes crack cocaine on the streets of Austin.
Yes?
This is a family establishment. You're not allowed to...
It does seem like most people who get big quickly are people who already have connections to other streamers. No, that's just copium. I think once you get to a certain point and people recognize you, though, they will elevate you. That's it. It's just networking.
Crack in the parking lot.
Oh, I'm cooking steak.
What?
I'm cooking steak.
So anyway, let me just give you the wisdom I have. And if you don't trust my opinion, well, good news for you.
I just stream in the face of declining streaming revenue and market saturation.
Also asked 100 streamers how to stream. This is real. I made a Google form. I asked all the questions that I would want to know if I just started streaming. And I asked the biggest streamers you could possibly think of. And this is true. I did ask.
It's like saying... it's like saying, like Sean the Black is... Okay, Will Neff is not a good example of... Will Neff is not a good example of someone knowing a big streamer, okay? But Sean the Black is a good example of this. Okay. Hidden Gem nominee. I mean, I remember as a Hasanabi head, he had a TikTok presence, I believe, that was like, it was all right. It wasn't like super big or anything, but, he had a TikTok presence, but overall, he was, first covered by Vice, okay, for building like a, I don't know what it's called. What would it be? He like built code that basically created a spam bot that would populate like the abortion rapid response shit. Yeah, he built a script. Vice interviewed him. He was a Hasanabi head. And I talked about it and stuff. He eventually moved on to YouTube and now streams on Twitch as well. So it's not like he had a immediate connection. You know what I mean? He didn't know anybody, but he is well on his way and he's growing up and he's blowing up. You know what I mean? I don't know, let's continue.
100 streamers. That's going to be the title of this YouTube video. I did ask 100 streamers. Disclaimer, 100 people didn't answer me. Okay? I did ask 100 people. It just turns out that only 30% of them actually answered. Not a horrible percentage, by the way. If you're in the MLB and you're batting 30%, that's not bad. That's pretty good, you know? So a lot of dono walls there, a lot of egos hurt along the way, but I did ask for you guys. I mean, these are the names of the people who replied to me. And if you just took a quick look there are a lot of big fucking streamers here. And let's start with the very basic question. What are the perks of being a streamer? Now, this one might seem simple. You guys could probably list a few off the top. And the biggest one that most people will think of is money. That is the biggest perk that most people would think of, is when you think of a streamer, you think of money. Yep, everyone's spamming it in chat right now. That's true. And I'm going to reveal something here that I think I'm illegally allowed to reveal because I'm no longer a Twitch exclusive streamer. I wasn't able to reveal this last time. Here's how much money I made my last year on Twitch. Again, this is not a flex. I'm just trying to show you. This is why people like to start streaming, because they think of the money aspect. There it is. That was my last year on Twitch. 2021, I made $2.5 million. Now, bear in mind that money does include the subathon. So kind of does inflate it a little bit. Yeah, that's a big chunk of it. I would argue like half of it, but it's a lot of money.
Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my God, that's so funny.
People, you know, they like the idea of streaming because the amount of money you can make. You also...
Bro made half of his, that's more than half, first of all. He's like, yeah, guys, look how much money I made streaming. And then it's literally like 90% subathon, 10% rest of the year.
So have a pretty cool job. You get to game for a living. I mean, that is the core of what streaming is. It is gaming. Literally, for my job last week, I got to play Stick RPG and gamble in a fake cartoon universe where I was trying to sell cocaine to Girl Scouts who robbed me. That's what I did for my job. That's what I did. It was pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of fun doing it. That's what I got to do. You also get to be like a D-list, F-list celebrity. You're not famous. Don't fucking delude yourself if you're a streamer. But if you walk into a GameStop and you're a big streamer, holy shit, they're gonna recognize you. Macy's, Banana Republic, not so much. But Best Buy, you know, those are our places. That's where the people know us. And you get to even meet some cool people. A lot of people that I liked watching, I got to meet. I got to hang out with. And now I also get to work with. These are the cool things about streaming, but everybody knows this. Everybody knows all the cool shit that comes with streaming. People don't think about some of the negatives. So I'm going to bring up a couple here. One, being a micro celebrity isn't always great, because sometimes you have haters. And I brought an example of a hater here for you today.
Where do people recognize you? Everywhere. But I'm in a different situation than Ludwig. This is something that I've mentioned. This is something that I mentioned before. Best Buy is a definite, though. XQC is super famous, dude. He don't know what he's talking about. No, XQC is actually a great example of this. Massively successful streamer for many, many years at this point. Literally just almost entirely trapped in the Twitch ecosystem, though. Okay? Kai Cenat, very different. Why? Because Kai Cenat has outside appeal in Twitch. XQC, predominantly inside appeal on Twitch. Very successful on Twitch. Okay? But normies don't know XQC. No, normies don't know who the fuck XQC is at all. You're wrong on that. Maybe now a little bit with the $100 million kick deal. Okay? But you have to remember, this is what is very important. Mainstream media still has a stranglehold on like the normie audience. Okay? Kai is obviously very, very mainstream, mostly because, you know, he collaborates with a lot of mainstream artists, has a massive TikTok presence. Yeah, XU has inside appeal, meaning that he has appeal to those people who only stay inside and not go outside. Fair. That part is also true. Okay? Like, same goes for myself. Okay? While I'm, you know, a relatively sizable streamer, not as much so in recent years, but definitely throughout my career, the only reason why I am known with a mainstream appeal is because of the content that I create. The type of content that I create, the type of content that I create has a lot of normie appeal. This is why when I go outside, I get recognized probably more frequently than my more successful friends, even as far as like analytics goes. That's it. You think so? Yes. I have a ton of friends that watch my friends of mine that watch your clips on YouTube and TikTok. They see me watching Twitch and it scares them. Yeah. The thing is, like, yeah. The thing is, because of the content that I create, it has like a much more broader appeal to a much broader subset of society. I have a much higher likelihood of your parents knowing who I am, for example, especially if you have millennial parents, than a like random Twitch streamer. Here's a good example of Twitch analytics not translating to popularity in the mainstream. For example, Pokimane. Pokimane is mainstream famous, even though her analytics on Twitch do not translate to how massively famous she is in the real world. Ninja, current state of Ninja's analytics do not translate to how massively popular he is in the real world. Normies know who Pokimane is. Normies know who Ninja is. A lot of those same normies that know who Pokimane and Ninja are don't know who XQC is. Okay? Valkyrie is another good example of this. A lot of normies, I would say, a lot of normies know who Valkyrie is as well. Okay? Why? Normie appeal. As in working with mainstream media, like working in movies, working in marketing campaigns, things of that nature. You know what I mean?
My biggest hater that I've had for about 3 years now, a guy who will DM me almost every week some mean shit. March 7th, 2022, ain't no way your ass drive a Vespa. I got COVID a few days ago. It's because of your stupid Vespa. Stop driving the Vespa. Still at it. Just got Dolly, LMFAO. Okay, this picture does make me laugh. It does make me laugh, but still, what is that about? What is that? I'm just minding my own business. It's 1:10 a.m. Holy shit, you did it. I'm so proud. Sometimes it does come full circle. Doesn't mean the hating stops. God, I hope I find your name on Epstein's Island. Okay, you get the idea. Obviously, this is more of a funny hater, but there are very real haters. There are very real consequences to even being a micro celebrity, and there are a lot of people whose lives are worse because of the attention they get, and they don't really like it. Okay, that's one thing. Another thing, big streamers tend to work a lot, right? These are my 30 surveyed streamers. I asked them how often they work in a week. And the blue is 0 to 20 hours. You might notice there is no blue. In fact, an equal amount of people work 20 to 39 hours a week, as do 80 plus hours. And I don't think they're bullshitting when they're putting these replies in, because you can literally track the hours of some of these streamers. There are people who are average live 10 hours a day for the entire year, 365 days a year. It's easy enough to go, work, Lamau, this isn't even a real job, whatever, that's fine. The reality is, though, if you were to do that, it would.
That's how you know Jerma and Clint Stevens did not reply to this questionnaire, okay? No 0 to 19 a week.
Drain you. And you would basically lose everything else in your life along the way. And I have seen streamers do this. They lose everything else on the way because all they do is stream. It is their life. They're not gaining new life experiences. They're just sharing all their life experiences online. And as opposed to a job where you are told how often you are supposed to come in by somebody, you make your own hours. And the more hours you work, the more money you make. But you only make money while you're live. So might as well be live as often as you can. Still, those negatives aren't that bad. Like all things considered, this is still better than working at a call center, Ludwig. It's really not that bad. So why doesn't everybody stream? You make a lot of money, play video game, hang out with Germa 985? But yes, me. Sign me up, man. Sign me up. Well, let's do a little experiment. I want you to think of a streamer. In fact, type one in chat. Think of a streamer. It can be anyone in the world. Think of a streamer. There's a bunch of huge streamers that you guys are listening right now. Maybe you thought of one of these names. Sorry, Ninja, for using this picture. Go Lions. These are the streamers you think of. But I think that's a bit of a mistake. Because if all you are thinking about when you think of the title of streamer is the people who have not only made it, but made it to such a high degree that they are the top of the top of the top 1,111%, then you're not really envisioning what your life will be like if you try streaming. So I'm going to show you someone. I'm going to show you this guy right here. Does anyone recognize this streamer? I don't see a single person in chat who's instantly recognizing this streamer. I did some research yesterday. I wanted to look up the 10,000th biggest streamer in the world. So that's what I did. And right now you are looking at Mr. 10,000. Omni Kevka. If you go to Twitch Tracker and you go to the very last page possible, technically it's number.
Damn, bro, this kind of dunking on this guy. I mean, at least it's like giving him a lot of clout as well.
9,995, but I rounded up. You will find Mr. 10,000, a guy who averages 268 viewers, who streams really intense gaming sessions that can last 24 hours of playing games like Ark and more recently Power World. And let's just go through a few stats here. Mr. 10,000 averages 262 viewers, streams an average of 7.5 hours every single day for the course of 2023, and has 388 sub points on Twitch. Here's him explaining what he does in his own words.
I've got my own style. You know what I mean? I'm a fat dude with long hair, gotten fatter as I streamed, but I'm grinding. The way that I stream is by gaming hard. Multiple 24-hour streams in the last couple of days, casually, all the time. One, I'm a video gamer that streams. There's a lot of streamers that play video games, you know what I mean? But I wanted my story to be, I play hardcore.
Now this dude's fucking dope. And I got to hang out in his stream for a couple hours yesterday. He has a great community, and yes, he does game hardcore. And he's been gaming hardcore for a long time. This guy's been streaming longer than Twitch Tracker tracks stats. Longer than I have been streaming myself. It is what you should be thinking of when you think of being a streamer, because Omni Kevka is a very successful streamer. He is in the top 0.08% of streamers in the world. In last month, 7.3 million people went live. He was more successful than 7.29 million people. So don't delude yourself into thinking streaming is being Kai, streaming is being Valkyrie, streaming is being Ninja, streaming is being Omni Kevka. And it is possible to be the biggest, but for the most part, people like Omni Kevka are what makes up the streaming world. And they don't get the same attention and critical acclaim that the big people who get the millions of dollars do. Because all the eyes go to those people, but the reality is if you were to start streaming, your life would be a lot more similar to a streamer like Omni Kefka, who's grinding. And in his own words said he was in the mines of Twitch. And he still gets to play video games for a living, and it still gets to pay his bills, and he still gets to hang out with cool people in his chat. But don't delude yourself. Don't think that starting the go live button means you will end up being Valkyrie, means you will end up being Kai. Because that's not what streaming is. It is a grind, okay? It is a grind. Now, before we start the actual session on how to be a streamer, we're gonna do a task. And I did this last time, we're gonna do it again, because this is one of the few.
Does that pays bills though? 260 average viewers, probably. Yeah. Depending on where you live. Thank you to the anonymous gifter who just gifted 75 subs. What the fuck? $388 sub points just said that's like 1K a month. No, I think those sub points are not correct. And plus, it's not just off of subs. Remember, these guys are running ads. They might even get sponsorships. You have to remember, there's ad revenue. There's ad revenue that you have to factor in. There's probably a little bit of YouTube money too, and sponsorships too. Not to say that like this guy is probably caked up, but bits, donations, sub points don't also show the actual full story either. I know a gambling streamer with average 1K who makes 2 million USD a year. Yeah, because he's a gambling streamer. Gambling contracts are insane. Very similar to people who want to be actors. You envision yourself to be celebrities while most working actors you never heard of but make a living. Yeah. Y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's just sub points. Doesn't count any donos, ad rev, or anything else. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Straight up. The old days, watching Hoffa get a random 3K dono. Wait, really? Did you ever think you were going to become as big as you did when you started streaming? Fuck no. Fuck no. Absolutely not. How much did you make during your Facebook days? 0. I made no money on Facebook streaming. What do you mean? I did it for free. No, I had absolutely zero idea that I would even be like, I didn't even think I would be a 5K average streamer. Like, that's crazy. And then when I got there, I was like, damn, this is wild. And then I didn't think I would be a 10K average streamer. And when I got there, I was like, that's crazier. Oh my God, I'm talking about politics all the fucking time. Come on, you had a huge YouTube presence? No, I didn't. You're so wrong. My YouTube was like, my YouTube at the time didn't even have, it was like 20K. I had 20K subs. I didn't have a YouTube presence before 2020. Y'all are nuts, dude. Y'all are nuts. Okay? But yeah, Ludwig and I had a major conversation on stream where he literally fixed my YouTube, turned on monetization on my YouTube. My monetization wasn't on my YouTube. It wasn't even on. Some of your old videos on TYT didn't crack 1K. Yeah, that part is like, I think due to the algo though, but no, 20,000. Okay. 20,000 subscribers on YouTube is not big. You're out of your mind if you think that it's like a real thing. No, 20,000 YouTube subscriptions is nothing. You're crazy.
hippie things that I believe in, which is manifesting your goals. And the way to do that is by writing them down. And I want this on pen and paper, okay? I want this on pen and paper. I did this when I first started streaming over 6 years ago. I'm gonna have you guys do this today, all right? And in fact, I write all of my goals on something I can easily access on my desk. And it's on this little picture of me. On the back of it, I have all my goals. Now you're gonna write 3 things on this piece of paper. Section 1, I want you to write your goals with streaming. Now the goal can be different. It can be broad, it can be bold, it can be simple, but it should be honest. If you're gonna say that your goal...
How many followers on Facebook did you have when you started streaming? 500,000. And guess what, dude? I streamed to 14 people. So none of that shit matters, okay? How many fucking TikTokers have like 3 million followers on TikTok and get like 3 concurrent viewers on Twitch? Come on. You still skip the most difficult viewership barrier? Yes, I wasn't a complete unknown entity. This part is true. Here, I'll tell you guys what I did. 1, I leveraged the existing audience that TYT had to build an audience for myself because I always wanted to inevitably have my own thing because like no matter what I did with TYT, they would just kind of take it and make it their own, right? Because I was under the banner of TYT. So I had no ownership over whatever the fuck I was doing, and I hated that. The second reason why I did it was because I wanted to manage exactly how many real eyeballs or real conversions I had. So I would always like promote my Instagram on the Facebook videos. Facebook videos would actually get like 30 million views in a week. And then there would be like real-time conversions. 2016, my Facebook videos genuinely had a lot of real eyeballs on them. Obviously, of course, it was like juice to the goddamn gills. But having said that, there were some very real people watching. Okay? Now, here's what I did though. When I started on Twitch, I had like 14 people watching me on my first ever stream. I had like around 14 people, which is a major barrier. Most people don't break it out to the 0 to 1 viewer, and then most people don't make it from 1 viewer to 10 viewers. But what I did was leverage my pre-existing clout outside of Twitch to network with people at Twitch that had an audience and prominence at Twitch. A lot of collaborations occurred, both with, ironically, now no longer a friend of the show, Destiny, and more importantly than that, Austin and Trainwrecks. Okay? Those were, Trainwrecks used to have a podcast. Austin used to have many different shows that he used to host like twice a week, right? And I appeared on those shows all the time. I would stream nonstop, and then I would go on their shows, and I would go on their shows nonstop as well. That introduced me to the broader Twitch audience, the broader Twitch community. Those shows were very impactful in, I think, like setting the stage for that wave of Twitch, like Twitch's top content creators. The Ludwig, myself, Cutie Cinderella, XQC, we are all of that graduation class, I guess. Okay? So, you and your politics broke up my Black Ops 4 clan on Facebook. I started content from the breakdown and already had Twitch because of soda popping. Remember the VR trip with soda shit will live rent free forever. How quickly did viewership increase? I mean, we can look at it. We can look at my Twitch journey. And I will tell you. Where is it? Here it is. Hold on. Here. Look at this. 17 viewers. Friday, March 23rd, probably like 2018 at that point, right? Like, or, around, 2019, 2018. I don't remember. Barely really streaming. Then start streaming a lot more. Gradually increases by, how do you expand this? Hold on. Oh, here. I clicked on expand. That's how you expand it. Clearly. Okay. Wait. Yeah. Okay. It goes from, I'm doing everything I can here. I start doing collaborations. I start doing more collabs. Average viewership increases by December 2019 or 2018, or is it December 2019? By the end of 2018, I'm averaging like around 500, but it's inconsistent. Okay. And then it starts growing, and I'm at like 1K to 2K by February 2019. It keeps growing. Okay. And then America Deserved 9/11 happens. Okay. America Deserved 9/11 happens. There's a little blip there. Blip. And then I keep growing. Slowly but surely. And then I leave TYT in the beginning of 2020 to go full-time on Twitch. Then COVID happens, and it's the election season, and all of a sudden, I'm seeing major peaks, 10K, going back to 5K, but still like seeing peaks on debates, hitting 20K, right? Debate nights, all the stuff. growing. And by the time the election comes around, you see major growth, obviously. That is not... that's not like, that's a one-off for the election cycle, for the month of the election. But after the election, there's still a lot of interest. January 6th. And the growth continues, 40K, 20K, 30K, 40K, 20K, 30K. And there's still like dips in that process. Obviously, some days I'm getting like 20K, other days I'm getting 30K. And, I think this is the invasion of Ukraine. It's another big peak. And then after that, it's still like 20K, 30K, growing. And then this last year, this January, like January till now, or no, sorry, this is 2023. That number starts finally decreasing. 2023, it starts finally decreasing, and it has still been decreasing ever since. With some blips and some blips in between, with like some jumps in between, but that's where we're at. Damn, falling off in real time. I know, big time fall off. Notice how I showed you guys that like this is where I was at 2020, 4 years ago when I first started in the month of August. This was probably one of the better times as far as my... How come none of the haters ever point out the overall Twitch viewership, which shows a similar trend? Yeah, but overall, I've been able to beat the overall Twitch viewership fairly consistently. The issue is that, there's also like obviously valleys here in 2021 as well. The real issue is rather, August 2021. Okay, Soda Poppin is one of the truest OGs, said the cardinal rule of streaming is to never talk about view count. He's right. Because people care about view count. Users care about view count. They think that like Twitch viewers are like moths that fly towards the light. And if you start talking about your view count or if they start noticing that your view count is going down, your loyal fan base will stay, okay, will stay consistently and watch you. But a lot of the extra pool of like the viewers that put you at the top of the line in the top 10 content creators on the platform, all of those guys, I like to call it like the Twitch pool of viewers. They always go to whoever has the most amount of viewers. They don't really care. Right? It is very interesting that there's a lot of those viewers that come in because you're popping off on a particular day and they stick around. Okay? And they stick around because they become like, fans, long-term fans. Just call us product reviews. Why are you reducing us to Moss? Lol, we just buy what other people are buying. No, it's just, I don't know how else to describe it. Not every single person is like this, but there are plenty of people in the pool. And by the way, is there anything wrong with that? No, of course not. I wasn't even saying that it's like a bad thing. Okay? But what I'm simply mentioning is that while Twitch viewership is down in general across the board, there are obviously still people at the top. Like, I mean, yesterday I had 25K and I was at literally one of the most watched, and still am one of the most watched Twitch channels on the entire website. But when you have like 50K, for example, let's say you're normally like a 20K Andy and you're at 50K, people go, oh, that's really weird. What's happening there? Let me go check it out. And they stick around. Okay? That's just how it works. And the same goes in the opposite direction as well. You never took your view count for granted at any point, though, which I feel like a lot of streamers did passively during the 2020 boom. So few people can take considerate amounts of time off and come back to a somewhat normal community. You are not one of those, but you also don't try to do that because you're a current events guy. Yeah. And the inverse of that also happens where, like, if people start seeing your view count diminish, they also leave. They're like, oh, this guy's falling off. I don't want to watch this guy. He's falling off. Those guys are not in it specifically to, like, see the content in and of itself. It's more like a mindless consumption where it's like, oh, things are happening here. I want to know what's happening here. It's kind of like that. Okay? One of the major things that happened in my career, though, that is like bad is that August 2021, my house got doxxed that I had purchased. When that happened, there was a lot of controversy surrounding it, like almost as much as the America Deserved 9/11 moment. But this time, it was like, oh, socialist with a house? Fuck that. After that, over and over again, it just turned into like, rich socialist meta. And since then, it's just been like endless pile-ons by whoever the fuck wants to do the fuck Hasan. Whoever wants to rip the fuck Hasan ripcord. That has certainly taken somewhat of a toll as well. I think that, controversial subject matters that are even in controversial in progressive circles like Palestine has certainly taken a toll as well. The React Gate has taken a toll as well. At this point, the fuck Hasan ripcord is kind of broken. Like, it doesn't work as well as it once did. Like, it doesn't have the same juice. But now I would say that the new meta, like the new graduate class in this time frame, was basically like the Kai Cenats and the AMPs of the world. But now there's an even, I would factor in Kai Cenat with this next wave. I would say the new graduating class are going to be the TikTok streamers. What I mean by that is streamers that come with an audience predominantly from TikTok. Jinxie, Casio, Kai Cenat, and what are the other ones? The other YouTube Shorts guy, Pirate, or who's the? There's a bunch of guys like that are absolutely they're blowing the fuck up. You don't know any of these people, but most normies watch them on TikTok, and then they want to see the actual content. They see the TikTok and they're like, oh, where is this TikTok being filmed from? Oh, the Twitch stream. Right? Same with Kai, though. Kai's not just TikTok. Yesterday at 21 Savage, Nicki Minaj, consistently bringing on actual celebrities. You just need to do that more. Yeah, let me just call up Nicki Minaj or 21 Savage. I don't know any famous people that I can like call up in the same way that Kai can. That's ridiculous. You think I have the opportunity or you think I could do that and I'm just simply choosing not to? No, I can't do that. That's just the truth. So so yeah, that's like that's what's going on right now. That's the new meta, I would say. Try and talk to JPEG Mafia. I mean, JPEG Mafia is not the same as like Nicki Minaj, dude. What are you, crazy? The Kai Nicki TikTok reach normies I work with, people who will still never become aware of Twitch. Exactly. And now I think the new wave is 100%. Now I think the new wave on Twitch is 100% people who are popping off on TikTok. But you can uniquely call the best lefty political people and journalists, which many can't do, though it's less numbers. It's still a massive value to everyone. Yeah, I do that already, though. Yeah, and also, all political media is down in views. It's difficult to gauge your success with respect to the rest of Twitch, even though site-wise Twitch is down. Yes. What examples are there of TikTokers on Twitch, though? There's plenty of TikTokers that are on Twitch that don't break like the 10K marker, but the top content creators, the top graduating class of content creators now on Twitch are TikTok content creators. I'm talking about in the English speaking TikTok or in the English speaking Twitch. Okay. Jinxie being one of them, even though he's like a ride or die Twitch streamer who basically streamed on Twitch to 2 viewers for years, he still is, right now as we speak, he's about to crack the 100K, and he is like, and that is not because he's collabing with XQC. Like that is him helping XQC out. You see what I'm saying? Like XQC is getting a boost from Jinxie now, which is like kind of unheard of when you think about it. Let's continue.
Is to have an altruistic community that you just like making laugh? Is that real? Be genuine with yourself. Nobody's in the room with you. Do you actually just want to be fucking rich and a big streamer and famous? That's fine. Let's just be honest with ourselves today, okay? So let's write our goals down. And I'm going to say one more thing. Goals can be bad, right? I think goals are valuable.
It's anecdotal, but there were a lot of leftists in Wake's chat that said they stopped watching you as often because of the constant Middle East coverage. Too depressing. Brother, the sad state of affairs is that a lot of Americans don't want to fucking talk about how disgusting America's actions are, okay? They might be like, I want socialism for me, but when it comes to foreign policy, for me in particular, my foreign policy absolutely is considered divisive amongst American leftists, supposed leftists, people that call themselves leftists. That is not going to cause me to stop talking about it. It's not just the fatigue. Fatigue is a factor as well. But if fatigue was the major factor, then when I'm not talking about American foreign policy or the Middle East, which, I don't as much right now, they would come back. The reason why they leave is because they think that I have abandoned their understanding of the world. We have a major disagreement, okay? We have a major, massive disagreement on this issue, and I can't change their minds on that.
Because they hold you accountable. But just because you achieve your goal does not mean you're done. And just because you don't hit your goal doesn't mean you failed. It's just something to hold you accountable along the way. And it can be as simple as my goal is to go live 3-4 times a week, whatever it is. So write your goal down, whatever it is. Second thing I want you to write some inspiration. I think this is really valuable to do because when you first start out, you're forming some sort of identity. And anytime you watch a streamer in their early career, even very successful streamers like Liam, for example, the speedrunner, you can tell they've pulled some inspiration from other people. You know, Liam had some similarities to Clint Stevens. So I want you to list 3 streamers that you like and how you would like to stream like, right? So don't just list 3 streamers that you like that do something you would never do. For example, like don't list, Tarek Kaide 10s and then you're like, oh, I don't play Valorant. List 3 streamers that you like that do something you would like to do. And then the final thing I would like you to list is why. Why do you want to do this? And this is the part where I want you to be honest. This is the part where I want you to actually answer the question very, very vulnerably. Why do you want to
all of your massive political controversies have been on foreign policy? Yeah, of course.
Have 300 concurrent viewers? Why do you want streaming to be a supplementary income? Why do you want streaming to be a full-time job? Why do you want to be the biggest in the world? I don't care how altruistic it is. I don't care how selfish it is. I just care that you know it and that you are honest to yourself, and I think that is valuable. Now, you might have thought if I saw you not write this down, I'd tell you to quit. All right, this is what I did in the last video. Last time I did this, all right, I had this entire spiel, and then I said, if you didn't write it down, then you should quit. What you should actually do is if you are writing this down and you have not yet gone live, go live, you lazy fucker. Okay? Stop doing all the auxiliary work without actually doing the thing that you were trying to do. Just go live. You're the only one who can motivate
Go live and serve 3-minute breaks at the top of the hour.
yourself to do the things that you want to do in life. If you're trying to be a streamer, you just got to go live. You can do all the other shit like looking up what gear you want to get and writing down all your goals after.
For the record, people saying, oh, it's fatigue. Oh, genocide is too depressing or too boring. Or saying that it's a lack of moral character. No, that's not the case, guys. This is why I'm saying it's disagreement. I'm a political content creator by nature. All I fucking talk about is depressing shit. It's disagreement. That's it. You guys are wrong for thinking it's just fatigue. Okay? You're wrong. Everything I talk about is depressing. I talk about police brutality. I talk about economic destitute. Or awful economic conditions that people are subjected to. No, it's just people don't want to think about what America is doing is wrong because no matter how much people value themselves as like progressive people, they don't want to fucking get outflanked. They don't want to even feel like they're being outflanked. And many people don't want to think about a world where America is not the dominant power. Deep down inside, they're getting fed a steady diet of information from NPR, New York Times, and all these other places where I try to describe to you like the greatest lesson I can instill upon you is media literacy. Those outlets are feeding you information objectively under the auspices of objectivity that is like incredibly slanted in the pro-American direction. Okay? That's it.
Just go live one time for me. Just one fucking time. Okay? And if you've done it, please go back to writing down your goals, inspirations, and your whys. But make sure you've gone live at least once. Just fucking try it, man. Even
you used to only do 4 to 5 hours of politics and then fun stuff, but now it's 6 to 8 hours. That's definitely the reason. I think that's part of it. I've definitely greatly increased the amount of like political content coverage that I do. That definitely is part of it. Almost the entirety of my 8 to 10 hour streams now is all wall-to-wall politics. No, it's not about gaming. Shut the fuck up, chat. There's never been a massive community of gaming frogs in this community. It's the core fan base that will sit through gaming. Come on, dude. I professionally look at this stuff, okay? No. It's that I used to watch fun reacts. I used to do fun reacts and have fun. Half of the stream was politics, straight up politics and news. The other half was fun reacts and shit like that. Okay? That's it. No, and it's not because I don't game with any regularity. I'm sure that if I gamed with regularity, I would grow more of a gaming audience, but it would go from like a 14K gaming audience to a 15K gaming audience over the course of a year. If, on the other hand, if I had, bro, do you not care about us core people? That's not what I'm saying. You want to die. I hate talking about this shit. It's so depressing because I get so upset trying to describe things to people, and then the reaction is so parasocial and so silly. Okay? The core fan base just watches whatever. It doesn't matter. They like the politics as well as the gaming. Okay? But I've never been known for gaming because I don't have a lot of content out there that promotes me gaming. That's the other part of it. If I had like entire TikTok channels dedicated to like my gaming highlights, gaming moments, and things of that nature, and people got to see them outside of Twitch and came in here specifically for gaming content because they saw that, then yes, my gaming audience would grow. Gaming audiences don't grow organically on Twitch. Nothing grows organically on Twitch. Okay? So that's how it works. It sucks because your gaming is literal peak, especially when you're collabing. Yeah, I agree. You got to do more fun stuff because politics is extremely pushed down on TikTok. I think so too, for sure. I'm going to make a TikTok of all your best Donnie 3.0 RP clips to force him to bring him back. Are you seriously trying to be a variety streamer? We know what you are really here for. Okay. Dudes who have only been following since 2023 on their alt account because they got banned on their main account should probably shut the fuck up for the duration of this conversation. Dumbass. I've been a variety streamer. I've literally done more variety in my peak and throughout my streaming career than I've done straightforward news coverage. You silly bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I used to watch house tours, Master Chef, fun. One of the things that we used to do always was fun reacts, like finding TV shows and unearthing them and going through them and watching them. And those metas have died out. Like they don't slap as hard anymore. But yeah, Forged in the Fire, Pawn Stars, 90 Day Fiance, Joe Schmo, Beauty and the Geek, the recent stuff. Horny Mormons. It depends on the news cycle based on how much politics you do. That's my take. You have waves of so much politics. The cycle is very long because of Gaza. Yes. The thing is, the issue of Palestinians is very near and dear to me. It's very close to me. I feel like it's very, it's such an impossible to ignore severe crime against humanity. So I definitely do cover it way more. And it's like continued. My coverage is continued across the board. Feels like streams this year have been more fun and I've been watching more. Feels like the haters kind of took over near the end of last year and it made content a little more fatiguing. Yeah, 100%. The way I got into Lud was his damn TikTok time reacts. Yeah, I should do more stuff like that, honestly. Like I need to do more this year. This year I need to do more a variety, like get back to more variety. And I need to work my way up to it because I am very stubborn. I can't stop myself from doing the things that I want to do. Like variety's fun, but it's just, it feels silly to do when, like, Palestinians are being slaughtered. And that's part of the reason. Anyway, let's continue.
an hour. I don't care. Just try it. Here are mine. This is actually just a picture directly from my goals list. I have a few goals. My goals have changed. My goals are much more broad. I don't have goals based off objective metrics anymore. I don't care about my subscriber number as much.
His inspiration is Jinxie. God, he is such a fucking... Oh, he is such a algo demon, dude.
I don't care about my viewership as much. I just care about being better about what I'm doing. And so they're honestly more like reminders. Be ambitious, be creative, be kind, be patient. Because I think if I am those things and I remind myself to be those things, then I will be better at everything else in my life. So goal doesn't have to be get 100 viewers or whatever the fuck. It can be this. It's just a little bit harder to hold yourself accountable when your goal is be ambitious versus an objective number you can look at. Inspiration. Commit Zero, because I think in esports, he is doing stuff that I would like to be doing with Moisex Shopify. Jinxie, because with very limited tools, Rainbow Six, he has amassed the largest average concurrent viewer base on Twitch, which I find massively impressive. And then Germa985, because his creativity, his ambition to do whatever idea he thinks of and then make it come to life, I still find inspirational. And then why? Why do I stream? Why do I do what I do? Simply put, that's also changed a lot. For a while, it was because I wanted to be a big streamer. Then it was because I had daily YouTube uploads and I wanted to keep uploading daily. And to keep uploading daily, I had to keep going live. After that, it was to be the biggest. I wanted to be the biggest streamer in the world. And then after I did that, I realized, well, actually what I really care about and gives me the most value is making the lives of those around me better. And also making cool shit. So those are the two things that I care about. Making people's lives around me better, friends, family, whatever. Making cool shit. So those are my two whys. Where should you stream? Answer, Twitch. Now, this might sound a little bit ironic, seeing as we are live streaming this on YouTube right now, but Twitch is simply the best platform to stream on. It just is. And then a couple more questions that go along with this. To be successful as a streamer, you need to be consistent. This is just simple advice, okay? Another tip that's helped me along the way, you should be as entertaining for 10 viewers as you would for 10,000 viewers. If you were to have 10,000 people raid onto your stream, would you stream differently than with a group of people that are currently watching you? If the answer is yes, that means you are not giving your all. You are waiting for something to give.
He's right about that. That's why, for me, this part is actually very smart. For me, I've always talked about it. Like, there is virtually no difference between my coverage when I have, this many viewers in the 7th hour of my stream versus 100,000 viewers. I have basically, I've definitely upgraded my setup going from a PlayStation Eye camera when I had like 14 concurrent viewers playing Fortnite. But since I made that jump to a PC and the way that I started streaming with a PC, I have basically said the exact same thing. Obviously, my commentary and my ideology has not changed, but beyond that, you and Lud blew up around the same time. Yes. My style has not changed. And also, my commentary has not changed. And like the way I cover has not, the way I make content doesn't change. So there's actually no difference between me at like 100 people. Okay. Me at 10K people, me at 18K people, or me at 100K people. Nothing is different.
Give your all. You should be giving your all for 10, as you would for 10,000, because then that 10 is how you grow to 10,000. And the ideal length for a stream is just under 6 hours. Anywhere under 6 hours. Where am I getting this information from? Well, I asked the biggest streamers in the world what the best streaming platform is. 28 out of 30 said Twitch. One person said YouTube, one person said multi-streaming. I am not sold on multi-streaming. I think multi-streaming fractures communities. There are times where it makes sense. For example, Doug when he does his YouTube versus Twitch, or an event to get the maximum amount of viewers. It works for some people like Charlie because he has a huge YouTube presence. I think it's better to not multi-stream. This is where I'm currently at. You could multi-stream till you find the platform that you like and then go from there. But I think sticking to one is generally better. Nobody said Kick. Now, that could be just because the group I asked. Kick could work for you if you like the 95-5 split. But of the group I asked, everybody said Twitch. And a quick tidbit about Twitch versus YouTube versus Kick versus whatever. Twitch is better for chatters and for streamers. Everything is way more streamlined. There's way more information for streamers on Twitch. YouTube
Yeah.
is better for lurkers, worse for people who chat, and worse for people who stream. And Kick, it's Kick. Now this has changed a little bit. This is what the past 3 years have done. Because 3 years ago, I talked about how you have to stream for the video. When you go live, you're basically trying to farm a YouTube video from it. It's changed. Now, most live streams are for the clip. We've condensed it a bit. If you live stream 4, 5, 6 hours, what you really care about getting...
Yeah. Oh, he said the exact same thing. Kai, Speed, KCO, and Jinxie and Pyro Software all exploded from clips. Yep. It literally it has turned into queso. Sorry. Fuck. Queso, not KCO. Queso. 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 Fuck. I'm gonna still fuck it up. I'm too old. I'm old. I'm an old man. Okay. Anyway, my point is, yes, originally it was like, oh, you'll blow up on TikTok and then you can like manage that and turn your audience into Twitch viewers. Now, when you're streaming on Twitch, you're doing it for TikTok.
Getting in that time is a good clip. One great fucking moment is all that matters. Because if you think about it, most of the people in the world who know you will know you from your clip, not your streams. Even people...
You gotta hire a team of people to shit out so many clips is unavoidable? No, dude, it doesn't work that way. No, you're wrong on that front. No, I already have a shit ton of people that are trying to pump out clips on my TikTok. No, it has to be organic. It's like the Hasanabi Clips Industrial Complex. Okay? The Hasanabi Clips Industrial Complex has an organic presence on YouTube, even though YouTube has like combated it. TikTok is the same. Like, people that are posting on Twitter, if they were to post in the same way on TikTok, Hasan is not a clippable streamer, chatter. As a matter of fact, most of his problems come from assholes clipping him. That's not true. I am a very clippable streamer. It's just that a lot of those clips oftentimes go on, unfortunately, oftentimes just go on Twitter and just like die there. There is no way to do it. There's no way to do it. It's actually better for TikTok, in my opinion, than it is for Twitter. A lot of those clips are, but yeah. Thirst edits are great for TikTok. Funny moments are great for TikTok. Clipped out of context is great for TikTok. And short, condensed political takes are also great for TikTok. So there's a lot of stuff that I do that could be clipped and posted on TikTok. It's just that I don't know. It's just my own personal TikTok gets clapped too much.
On this list, all right? Kai, Speed, Queso, Jinxie, Pirate Software. You guys might have seen these streamers before. You've probably seen them from a clip. It might have been Speed getting sucked off in Minecraft, right? It might have been Kai breaking the record for the most subs ever of all time. It might have been Pirate Software talking about the YouTube algorithm. It could have been Jinxie hitting his desk with his feet and then falling backwards in his chair because he saw someone in Fortnite with a fat ass. Could have been Queso being called fat again. But you've probably seen the clip. The clip is king. So all you need is one great fucking moment. And then if you throw that moment on YouTube Shorts or TikTok and it blows up, it's a self-feeding system. More people will go to your stream. They want to see the funny moment. The funny moment happens. You get a new funny moment. And every new big streamer that's exploded from the past couple of years has exploded from clips, right? All these people I just listed, they've all been exploding because of the clips. Sometimes they're not even posting the clips themselves. It's just other people posting clips on their behalf. But it's all about the fucking clip. And you can be contrived about this. You can be natural about this. You can be an over-the-top person to get a clip. You can just be a godlike gamer and happen to get a good clip. But I promise you, if you live stream long enough, shit happens. I mean, that's the fucking beauty of live. Shit happens. Sometimes because you planned it, sometimes because you didn't plan it, and that's just what life is. But you will get a funny-ass clip, and when you do...
Farming clips can make a toxic audience in the long run, though? Not really. I don't think so. It just depends on what kind of clips are being farmed.
You just got to keep rolling with it. You got to keep trying to recreate that magic. Asking the 30 biggest streamers, I said, do you think YouTube Shorts, TikTok are important for your growth? Because I wanted to know from their perspective. Right? Some of these people are established creators. 66.7 still said yes. And bear in mind, almost everybody I asked has been a successful creator since.
Chat doesn't get that the best way to introduce someone to your content, the best way is a short clip and not an 8-hour stream. Yes, the short clip is how you introduce the content. And then they're like, wow, I like this guy's ideas a lot. Let me find out more. And then they go and they watch the fucking stream. Maybe they don't watch the 8-hour stream at first because that's obviously intimidating. But slowly but surely they watch more and more of the stream. That's how it works. Okay? That's how it works. That's how it works. Did he ask you?
Before
Yes.
YouTube Shorts are really a thing. And they still believe, 2/3 of which, that YouTube Shorts and TikTok are important for their growth. So if they believe it en masse, huge majority, then you should also probably believe this. Now, there's an issue with clips. They don't make any fucking money. So it's still important to stream to make a YouTube video. And I've repeated this for my last session, but I think it's still valuable information. When you do a live stream, it is still valuable to have a goal going into the stream of getting a YouTube video out of it. You go live with a premise.
Yeah, I came from TikTok to YouTube and now I watch you on Twitch. Oh shit, nice.
You know, maybe you are going to give your chat your credit card. The bones of the stream is you buying things with your credit card that chat has picked out, and the conclusion is the final list of how much money you've spent and everything you've bought. Your premise, your bones, your conclusion. It doesn't have to be every stream, mind you, but if you are going live without really thinking about it, just playing a video game and then going offline a couple hours later, I don't think you're really giving it your all. You should be putting damn near an equal amount of time thinking about what you're going to do as you are doing what you are supposed to do. If the entire fucking time you spend working on live streaming, you are live and you are not growing at all, you're making a mistake. Let's use our time more valuably and let's think about what we're going to do so it is more successful long term. Here's an example. Which YouTube video do you think will be better from these two live streams? Do you think it is Jinxie vs 20 girls? Or do you think it is the live stream called Wednesday? Let's just take a stab in the dark here. Most people would argue it's the first option, and they would be right. 20 women versus Jinxie ended up being Jinxie's most viewed video within a week. And I don't think the Wednesday video that came from it did very well. Now, Wednesday streams are still important. You will occasionally have to go live with nothing to do, but putting Wednesday in your title and playing the game that people like when you play, or talking about the thing people like that you talk about, because consistency is key. But if you are not interspersing well thought out premises with good bones and good conclusion, I don't think you're doing a good enough job.
It also doesn't help that you have very toxic and large group of haters. Comments under videos about you are nuts and usually highly uninformed. The power of an out of context clip. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It's just what matters is you just keep making. Guys, let me explain something to you. Okay? Nothing matters. Please understand this. You could be a fucking murderer. Okay, you could go and murder somebody. But if you turn around and you make banger music, people are going to listen to it. Okay? It hurts your credibility though? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You have to become someone that is impossible to avoid. You have to become someone that, like, even if someone is a hater, is still like, man, shit. I need to see what this guy is saying. Okay? Stop giving credibility to haters. They come from TikTok during a 1-hour hater talk session, get turned off and never come back. Yeah. It's the I could murk someone on Fifth Avenue mentality. Well, that's a little bit different, I would say. But a better example is Kanye West. If Kanye West is making phenomenal music, okay, it don't matter what he has said. Does that make sense? It's about how many buckets you can deliver in a basketball game. It's about how many yards you can run. It's about how well you can dance. It's about how well you can sing. When the thing that you are known for, okay, when the thing that you are known for is no longer as like popping, if you are no longer entertaining as a streamer, that's when you actually die. Okay? That's it.
At streaming. How do you find ideas? How do you know what to stream, man? That's the hardest question. What the fuck do you do when you go live? The answer, you gotta watch a lot of live streams to know what to live stream. I'll tell you a story. I wanted to be a talk show host when I was in high school. Jay Leno even spoke at my sister's graduation from Emerson. And I saw him as he walked out and I said, Jay, I want to be a talk show host when I grow up. And he said, hey kid, what's your name? And I said, it's Ludwig. And he said, I'll see you there. I filmed all of this. This really happened. I'm not a talk show host today. I thought talk shows were dumb as shit and boring as hell. I never watched them. I just didn't watch them. I thought they were lame. I thought they were lame as shit. The reality is that I actually didn't want to be a talk show host. I think I just wanted to be a rich, famous person who was on TV.
I don't watch anybody on Twitch. How could I have time to watch Twitch? I'm on Twitch. I'm live on Twitch 8 hours every day, minimum.
TV who got to interview celebrities. Are you guys watching a shit ton of live streams? Because these 30 big fucking streamers who are very busy, some of which are streaming 80 plus hours a week, are watching streams daily. The majority of them are watching streams daily. Over 80% are watching streams a few times a week. I watch streams every single day. I'm not even shitting you. My Twitch Wrapped. I watched Twitch 365 out of 365 days last year. How do I know about people like Jinxie even though I'm 28 fucking years old? Because I watch people like Jinxie. Because I need to know what's going on. Because how else am I supposed to keep up, adapt, and come up with ideas? It can't all come from thin air. It can't all come from past experience. I've made two...
Watching this almost counts, to be fair. No, it doesn't. I do not watch Twitch at all. I was never a Twitch watcher before I became a Twitch streamer. And I have, like, the thing is, like, I actually, that's not even true. I don't think there's a lot of good ideas on Twitch. Like, I think, I sometimes literally will force myself to watch TikTok to get a better understanding of like what's popping. Even though that algorithm is like so, specific that you often can't get a good analysis, good assessment of like what normie algos look like. But Hasan on depression arc? Wait, what? No, what depression? Nothing I said is depressive. What the fuck? What do you mean? No, I've never been a Twitch watcher at all, mostly because I'm straight up streaming almost always. The problem is, yes, there isn't really a lot of people I can look to with respect to what I do, because there's not exactly a lot of comparable content creators in general. But that's, I think, what makes me a little bit more unique, because I like to blend in shit that people are doing outside of the political sphere. And I used to do that a lot more. And I think I need to keep doing more of that as well, because that is how you bring in normies for the most part.
1,000 goddamn videos. I gotta be watching shit. I gotta get inspired. If you're not watching Twitch, you can't become a Twitch streamer. It's also important, though, to think of ideas that work for you. Because, yeah, you can watch somebody, but you can't necessarily do what they do. For example, if you watch me, you can't do, I let my chat spend $10,000, the results are cursed live stream. Because you can't spend $10,000 fucking dollars on a live stream. That would be insane. It'd be absurd of you to do. It'd be crazy. You shouldn't do that. You also probably can't fly to Japan and drift the J-Schlatt, because you probably don't know J-Schlatt like that. So if you can't do those things, do not think of ideas that include those things. I think this is a mistake I see all the time. People thinking of ideas that don't actually work for them. Oh man, if only I had 10.
What is this? It is a strange phenomenon that viewers of these unsocial losers who are generally despised by their streamers. I love my viewers. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You think I would put up with your fucking psychotic nonsense all day, every day if I didn't love my community? What are you, out of your fucking mind? the most insane shit I've ever heard.
10K, I could do this. Oh man, if only I was friends with Jay Schlatt, I could collab with him. I would get big quick. What do you actually
What do I
have
always
around
say?
you?
What do I always say? Literally, what I always stress is that I put up with a shit ton of haters. I put up with a shit ton of haters specifically because this community makes it worthwhile.
You got a funny fucking friend? Do you have a love and passion for mobile gaming? With the tools you have, what would you make? And you can still find inspiration. For example, last week I ranked every single Flash game. Anybody who's watching this could do that. It was fucking $0. I literally looked up Flash games and then played the Flash games. It was like 12 of them. It wasn't even every Flash game. Anyone could do that. So make sure the ideas you are thinking of work for you. Now I asked these 30 streamers, how much planning actually goes into your stream? Because it's an interesting question, you know? Like how much do they actually plan it out? And for the most part, people are kind of making it up the day of. 43% of people, the plurality of people, kind of just make up what they do the same exact day. And I'm not excluded from that camp, by the way. Most of the time, I kind of make up what I do that same day, maybe the day before. Only
I don't know how I answered it. I probably said mix. But like I have to make it day of because the news is happening that day.
26% of people plan their streams ahead of time. 73% are making up day of or sometimes making it up day of. So don't stress out, man. That's the key. Don't freak out about what you gotta do, but spend 30 minutes every morning thinking of a couple ideas, writing them down. Maybe pitching it to a friend who's also trying to become a live streamer. Throw your ideas back and forth. This idea sucks. This idea rocks. And just fucking run with it. The more shit you throw at the wall, the higher chance you have of something sticking. So better to think of an idea, rip it day of, it not work, try something new the next day, than spend all this time crafting this amazing idea you've thought of only to have it not work. And now we get to my favorite part, the yoink and twists. Now I've talked about this ad nauseum, so I'll be brief, but this is still the #1 best strategy on how to come up with a great video idea that is still exclusive to you and your personality that has a high chance of being successful. And it starts with finding an idea that has worked. For example, Michael Reeves made a video a few years ago called Your Robot Ideas Are Stupid. Many people have followed his formula. Michael Reeves is a fucking phenomenal YouTuber. Phenomenal. In fact, one of them was Fundy, who made a video 3 years ago based off it called I Made Your Dumb Ideas in Minecraft. It became his most viewed video ever. I saw this, and I was kind of into chess at that time. So I was like, hey, there's a bunch of dumbass ways to play chess. What if I just tried doing all of those ideas that chat gives me? And you can tell I was inspired by Fundy for the thumbnail and Michael Reeves for the initial idea. And the video did great for me. I was pumped. 1.3 million views. It was me and Stans playing chess for 4 hours. Lock it in. The yoink and twist is a tried and true method. And don't feel bad about the yoink and twist because it's how it fucking works. Don't take my word.
Why are big streamers always looking to grow instead of just chilling like Movement or Airs? They have strong viewers. I mean, they have a strong community. I have a strong community as well.
For it, listen to H Bomber Guy.
My goal,
It's completely fine.
I can't speak for other people, but like for me personally, I always want to reach as many people as possible because like my entire goal is to change people's minds. I need charitability for that, and I need a broad audience for that. Because if I'm only talking to the same 17,000, 18,000, 20,000, 30,000 people that are all like-minded, then my impact is softened. You know what I mean? So you're just like Christianity? Yes. Just like Christianity. Yeah. Yeah, my goal is to get you to see a unique way of thinking that you are never really exposed to. And then you are, and something clicks. Yeah. You don't have to fully agree. Hasan explains every week in Chess the Last. Yeah. My job, my goal, my overarching goal is to reach as many transphobic people, racist people, homophobic people as possible. And then have them change their attitudes, or at least like become more charitable to this way of thinking.
To be inspired by someone or build on ideas you got from somewhere else, especially if you're open about it. Famous big boy YouTuber Ludwig has a thing he calls the yoink and twist, where he gets ideas from existing videos and openly broadcasts he's doing his own spin on it. In his video about that one guy copying the capsule hotel video, he happily says where he got the stuff he drew on for his own work.
I do. This is me trying silly chess ideas, and look at all the tweets beside me with your ideas suck. Genius thumbnail. I got it from Fundy. I got it from Fundy. I made your dumb ideas in Minecraft, and then he has a bunch of tweets next to him.
It's hard for anyone to feel ripped off when he's open about where he got the ideas.
And if you don't take H-Bomber Guy's word for it, or my word for it, 29 of the 30 streamers that I surveyed said they take stream ideas from other creators. 29 out of 30! So if you haven't already started looking at other creators and trying to take some elements of it, twisting it to making it your own, then you were just simply not doing it right. By the way, the only person who said they don't take ideas from other creators, Tarek. And that's fair. He does just go live and play Valorant every day. I guess he doesn't need to steal too many ideas. Tarek also gave a quote that I thought was poignant here. Because I asked everybody, I said, do you have a piece of advice for someone if they were to go live and stream? And he said, streaming, full luck, small skill. All right, that's what Tarek said. For some context, Tarek was the 3rd biggest streamer in the world last year. He says it's full luck, little skill. What does that mean for you? How can you even fathom becoming a streamer if the 3rd biggest in the world says it's full luck? You have to be delusional. And I mean this very genuinely, because there is someone who is watching this, or maybe isn't watching this, or maybe isn't born yet, who will be the biggest streamer in the fucking world. It will happen.
Wait, what was that? Number 5? Where? Oh. Wait, who are these people? Where is this from? Oh, this year.
Little skill. What does that mean for you? How can you even delusional? And I mean this very
No, that's not the people that he's watched. It's just like top watch
genuine.
in general.
Because there is someone who is watching this, or maybe isn't watching this, or maybe isn't born yet.
Hot take, there is no luck in streaming. You either have it or you don't. If you or your stream sucks, people won't watch. Yeah, that is a hot take, because having it is literally luck. So you're wrong. You just described luck while saying it's not luck. Of course it's luck. There's a shit ton of luck. Even the fact that you said having it is what is required, that is luck. You've described luck, my friend. Chatter, if you saw Hasan's first stream, you wouldn't have watched. 100%. Dude, I was so bad. You're saying tons of people who are super interesting just don't have it. No, the problem is, I think hard work is really important. I've always been a hard worker. My whole point is I outwork my competition always and forever. I can't speak for shit though. I mean, look, this was my one of my first streams. Uh-oh.
Damn.
Oh fuck, I got him.
You killed
How
him?
did you get him, bro? I hit the last shot.
I mean, come on. Nick Merck's angle, fuck yeah. He means streamer talent, but there's a lot of talented people that never get the luck. No, the thing is, algorithm is luck for sure. Like something banging is luck. I mean, dude, look. There is no 100% success rate. This video with me and Winnie the Moo, 700,000 views. This video with
All right,
me
Hasan is holding Georgie.
and Georgie, only 11. Okay, that just came out apparently. So never mind. Maybe that'll also go viral too. Okay, that's not a good point. I mean, look, there ain't no way. What the fuck is this? Sensitive content. Oh god, I always get clapped. This video saying the quiet part out loud, 4.3 million views. The next video after that, New Hampshire primaries, 64,000 views. People do not give a shit about American politics. It's not even funny. Oh my god. Did you believe that it is a learnable skill? Guys, Will Neff is a phenomenal, once-in-a-lifetime natural talent, a born entertainer. He has been incredible on camera since day one, since the moment I've met him. Okay? He has been incredible on camera. I, on the other hand, was dog shit on camera. Okay? Absolutely awful. Could not talk. Would basically just stop dead in my tracks. I could yap off camera, but I could never, ever yap on camera. Okay? I could not do it. The reason why I got to the point I got to is because I worked my fucking ass off. Luck played a significant role in this, but I networked my fucking ass off and I worked my fucking ass off. Okay? Do you understand? When I first started and I was on camera, I was so bad. When I first started, when I was on camera, I was so bad I had to write. I had to write my content ahead of time, you know, and green screen myself in. And read a teleprompter. Then, damn, so it's a chair stream, but Hasan is there? Yes, always.